When considering your mark, we want to understand where it lands on the trademark scale, from weak to bulletproof, depending on your trademark's level of distinctiveness. We can identify the likelihood of registration. That spectrum begins at the generic mark and goes to descriptive, suggestive, arbitrary, and fanciful. So as far as generic, what can happen is if people start using verbiage around a mark, so for instance, Xerox has become the generic term for copies, similar with Kleenex for tissues. As far as descriptive, that would be if we wanted to use the adjective creamy for a product like yogurt. As far as suggestive, this mark is usually to suggest some characteristic of the services or goods. So a good example here is Jaguar for an automobile. It suggests the speed and power of the animal for the vehicle. Then we get to arbitrary. Arbitrary is marks that do not have any meaning but for the goodwill of the brand that's been established. An example here is Apple. Years prior to Steve Jobs, we would think of Apple as the fruit, and now we identify it solely with the brand, the technology, etc. On the farthest end of the spectrum is fanciful. These are made up words like Pepsi for soda or Exxon for petroleum and gas. Depending on where your mark lands on the spectrum, the likelihood of registration goes up or goes down. AK Legal is available to help analyze where your mark lands on the spectrum and can assess the likelihood of registration.